So what does the word icebreaker mean to you? Have you heard of the word icebreaker before? Anywhere? Okay. Getting familiar with the environment. Okay. What else?
Making people feel comfortable.
Making people feel comfortable. Okay.
To come up, we have to break the ice.
Break the ice. Okay, yeah. Today's session is all about breaking the ice. Have you felt that kind of difference when you meet new person, or you are in a new company, or it's your first day at college? You felt like there is something, right? Something you don't know anybody, but then somebody has to break the ice, right? To say that hi, hello. So in Toastmasters, we call the first speech as icebreaker, where you break the ice so that we can get to know you, you can get to know us. So that speech is the very first step everybody takes in Toastmasters. It is a 4 to 6 minute speech. And how it is going to be relevant to your real life, I will talk a little bit about that as well. This icebreaker, anybody knows how the name icebreaker came? No? Okay. In the past, very past, when the ships were going in through the ice, there used to be a small ship before the ship called as the icebreaker, which will break the ice and clear the path so that the ship can go safely. We are exactly doing the similar thing. So we are taking that first step, breaking the ice and connecting with people, getting to know them and getting them to know us and make that connection. So what exactly you can talk about in an icebreaker speech? What would you tell if you meet somebody new? Self-introduction. You will tell your name. What else? Where you are coming from? Like you said, you're coming from Unstoppable Speakers. You live close by near Porur. Okay.
Achievements and what we
Achievements you will tell in the phone. Okay.
Experience.
Okay. If it is a professional setting, you will tell your past company, or you will say your so and so. Like Bipin said, he is from Rajlakshmi Engineering College. He has done his BTech. I think you were a past Toastmaster, right? If I am right, you were my MC in one of my offices training program. Yes, exactly. I was the division I director in the previous year, and I remember the event was at HCL Tech, if I'm not wrong, in Solingnallur. Yeah, and their club bagged so many awards, and they went with a heavy bag that day. I still remember. So I broke the ice now between us both. So this is how you will actually break the ice. You will try to find if you are from a common town, you are from a common college, you come from a common background, and the moment I met Ranjita, I don't remember her name, but I know unprofessional speakers, and Manavalan, their VP education is my college friend. So that is how we build the connect. And next time when I meet you, I will remember your name and I will connect with you personally. So how to make people comfortable when you talk to them, and what exactly you can talk in an icebreaker? Have you all had a chance to come give a table topics? Have you gone till the 2 minutes, like till the red card? No? Okay. What is your maximum? Green, yellow? Not even green? Red is like you're going for 2 minutes. Okay. So try talking up until the red card. First, try going for 30 seconds. Try going for 1 minute, which is the green card. Then try going for the yellow. Then try going for till the red card, which is 2 minutes. Once you think you are able to talk till the red card, then I think you are ready for your icebreaker, because it's like 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 minutes, right? The first 2 minutes you can introduce your name, where you are from, little bit about if you have siblings, about your family, what you liked as a child, some stories, some naughty things that you did or your siblings did. 2 minutes done. The next 2 minutes you can talk about your school life, your school friends, what you did, anything interesting. You can try to connect people by sharing stories which they will also connect with. How you bunked the classes, how you escaped when you didn't write the homework, something like that interesting. 2 minutes done. Then next 2 minutes you can talk about your college life, ups, downs, whatever you like to share. People have come and shared their arrear stories, how they had arrears, how they took so much time to finish it off. many people connected also, because the audience also, they also have gone through the pain. Pain connects more easily with people also. And fun again, what fun you had, those things you can share. That will be the another 2 minutes, 6 minutes done. And to close the speech, you can always say why you are here in Toastmasters. Have you had prior public speaking? What are your fears? Do you have fears coming to the stage? And what help and support you are exactly expecting from the fellow Toastmasters? Because we were also once like you, and now we are here to help you. So that when you share that as a closing, we will know how we can support you and get you to the greater heights. So with that, how many minutes we are? I think about 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Are there any questions?
Okay, generally in an icebreaker, we'll end up speaking a lot because it's like compressing a journey of past 17, 18 years to 20, whoever is the age of the people. So compressing that journey within 4 to 6 minutes is actually challenging. So many times either we land up getting timed out or we land up speaking less. How to manage this?
So I don't have to know everything about you in that one speech. We have the entire pathway 2025 speech to know more about you. So you pick and choose what will be relevant, what will connect with the people. You might have a lot of things happening in your life, but you can take one little thing like how you mess up, and maybe you can take how you messed up in the school, how you messed up in the college, how you messed up maybe on the first day at office. You thought there might be 2 different address for your office, how you ended up in a different address instead of reporting in a other address, something like that, so that you can make sure you have content for at least 6 minutes. And how to not talk less. For that I give you the tips, right? Try to talk on the table topics at least for 2 minutes, and then try to talk about try to break it down into three equal parts, and then try to keep your speech for at least for 6 minutes. And you don't have to have any pressure, because we don't know what all you planned to share. Whatever you are sharing during the speech, we are more than happy with it. Don't force yourself, like whatever you prepared or whatever you wanted to share, you need to share. Just be yourself, like how you will talk in the tell me about yourself. And sometimes choose based on the audience. If the audience, it will be if it is the same question to, I mean, the interview panel, they're asking, tell me about yourself, then you need to add a little bit of professional background, what projects you have done, why you are a good fit for that role. But in a normal Toastmasters meeting, it's very friendly. We want to know the funny side of you, your personal stories. We are here to hear more of your personal stories, but not too personal. Not too personal, yeah.
Yes, I have one question. People normally say the positive aspects, do not highlight the negative aspects. To share the vulnerabilities, the failures and the things, you need guts. To come here on the stage for the first time and to share your weakness, your limitations and your vulnerabilities, will it not be easy? It is a little tough.
Yeah, the very first speech, sharing your weakness and vulnerability, will definitely be difficult. But then I think each of us have been there, so they know. They have also been here for table topics. They have also been here for their icebreaker. Every time I say this, even the international directors and the past presidents and current international president, they started as a table topic speaker. They started with their icebreaker. And don't need to force yourself to be vulnerable and share your weakness in the first speech, but be yourself. Be yourself, and people are rooting for you. They want you to go till the red card and finish the speech. They want to listen to your stories. They are here to cheer for you. And believe me, in Toastmasters, even when you make mistakes, people will cheer for you and they want you to keep going and complete your speech. So slowly you can open up your vulnerabilities. Not exactly you have to open up all of your fears or all of your weakness or something in the very first speech. And you can also share it offline with your mentor or a peer who you trust, so that they can help you to work upon and come out of it. That is something beautiful you get in Toastmasters. You can reach out to anybody and ask them to mentor you and help you. Thank you for the green card. Any other questions?
Like, getting a mentor, like what is the process to get a mentor? Like being a VP also, like how can I align with a mentor?
So generally you will try to find mentors within your club, but if your club is already like very new members, you will definitely need support either from the division, where every division has like 20 clubs. You can get some senior mentors from through the other clubs, or you can always get mentors through your club mentor or club coach like Mathush sir for your club
So can I
through
join,
him.
can I join another? Can I be a VP here and join another club also?
Yes.
I attended this Chennai Works with club meeting and I was invited as a guest. So can I join there?
Yes, you can. You can attend their meetings if you want. You can go for dual membership. I have seen people having membership in different districts, different clubs. I myself is a member of 3 districts actually. I belong to District 120, 121 and District 13. District 120 is Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. 121 is Kerala and Dakshin Kannada. And District 13 is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I was a member when I was in US. So I am still continuing the bond with them and I am being a member. So the benefits is when you are getting you get exposure to different culture and different correct and you get feedback and you can also give feedback to different people from different background. And the other beauty is you have college clubs, you have community clubs, and you have corporate clubs. So that mix also you get right. What you talk in a corporate setting is more formal and professional. But what you talk in a community club, you need to be little sensitive, right? Sensitive in the sense, what joke works in your corporate, inside your office settings, will not work outside in a community club. And when you come to community club, even when you give speeches, you can have different variety, right? It's not just the IT jokes. It might be lawyer jokes, it might be doctor jokes, and different things comes up. And when you go to college, it's completely different, right? The energy itself is different. So that mix you can always get here. And cross mentoring also, like young people doing the old people, older experienced people doing the younger people. That also happens. We don't have like only old people should be mentors. You can learn from anybody who has the skills, right? I think there are about 300 plus skills you can learn in Toastmasters. So whenever you find somebody has some skills which you want to acquire, you can always go and ask them, hey, I find your speech very humorous. Can you mentor me on the humorous side? Help me with my speeches, or I write my speeches, can you review and help me? How I can develop my humorous skills. So usually people will have multiple mentors. For leadership, they will have a mentor. For speeches, they will have a mentor. And especially for humor, sometimes our mentors might not be expert in all that we want. And for humor, we go to a separate mentor. So you can always have multiple mentors. You can reach out for mentors to Mathushridash sir, and he can help you from the division. Even if not in division, they can help you from the district also for the mentors.
Thank you.
I think I am almost at the red card. So,
I'm still not understanding having the membership in multiple clubs because I'm part of Paris Club. I can listen wherever I want to go. Like I come here and I can go to a merging club also. Still I can give speeches and I can play role play to any role play kind of. What is the benefit of being member in different clubs?
being member in different clubs, you can contest in different clubs. And
Many roles, no? You can have a role here as well as in the club also.
club also. You can take a XCOM role in one club, you can be a member, just a member in another club. It's not mandatory, but always when you're visiting another club, the role is not guaranteed. The speaker slot is not guaranteed. The first priority will be for their members. Sometimes they may want a variety, so they may invite you in, like an education speaker or an evaluator. But then having membership allows you to contest, right? Some districts, some clubs will not have contest. Like say for example, our district has 4 contests which we do semi-annually, right? We do humorous and evaluation in October, and then we do the ISC and TT in Feb. Some districts there is no semi-annual, and they do only 2 contests in the whole year. That happens in Feb, ISC plus TT, or ISC plus humorous, or ISC plus evaluation. Sometimes ISC plus tall tales. In our district, we don't do tall tales contest. So some districts may do tall tales contest which goes till district. Then if you are very interested in tall tales contest, you can take a membership in a club where they do tall tales contest, and that district has a district has the culture of doing tall tales contest till the district.
I'm just checking if there is any message online.
That's an official.
Okay. Okay. So I'm looking forward to hearing more of your icebreaker stories, and that will be your first step. And from there, take it to greater heights. All the very best, and thank you.